Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. You know I not only bring you the tea, but I bring you the coffee too. Airyoda is interviewing two men, a 92-year-old man and an 82-year-old man, and he is interviewing them about dating back in the day. Let's get with it.
Lisco Durham and Albert Cashy. Albert Cashy, you're 82. And Lisco, how are you?
92.
92. Okay, we got some real young guys here today. And Lisco was in a video I made about water boys in Atlanta, and he answered a lot of questions for me. You still work, Lisco?
Yeah, every day. Got to go.
Okay, how old is your wife?
Why? She 82.
Can I ask you a question about dating? Nowadays, I think a lot of people are confused about dating. Do you have any advice for people that want to date?
Not online. In other words, I was raised this way. If you know anybody, and the family didn't know them, they'd meet them. See what they like and see what they stood for. When I come to Atlanta in 1949, I come in from Greenville, South Carolina. And all where we went, like Thermal Street,
Can I ask you another question? What is a quality in a woman that you look for? A quality. What do you like about a woman?
in other words, what I like about a lady, if she's trying to go forward and trying to have something, I'm going to help her. Everyone I ever met, they were buying houses and out on their own. You know, I took them and helped them, and they went forward. We went forward.
So did you have to pay all the bills with your ladies?
No. See, we had a shop there on Hunter Street then. We had a sewing shop there. So she sold and him and made garments and all. When Washington High School, they went to, she made all them little suits for them girls when they went out to California.
Well, nowadays it's a trend that they say the man has to pay for everything, and I think a lot of men get upset. So the black woman would contribute about 50% or whatever she could.
You know what made that?
Who did that?
See, y'all don't know nothing about this. See, back in the day, a black man couldn't get a job in Atlanta. Women had stripped her, went to strip her in their sewing shop down on Proud Street. So they come in complaining and tell them, if I have to work, my husband ain't got no job, I take care of all the bills. And what ruined our black women, the old white man told them, you don't need him. You need to get rid of him.
Okay.
So they went putting us down. You know, they said we wasn't no good, we couldn't do this and couldn't do that. They programmed them.
Wow.
So that's what happened.
And you knew it was going on. So the black men would sit around and talk about the women being programmed?
No, they didn't talk about it. One man told me once, see, I had 452 apartment buildings just like these. He told me, man, I was born the wrong sex. My wife, she had to stay home, stay with the children, cook, and do this and do that. And I had to pay all the bills and do all this, do all that. You see, we got in the wrong thinking. Them old men and them women, I don't care what he did or how it was, he took care of the house. He paid the bills, see that they had food, all that. He allowed to come home on Friday, might not see them go to Sunday evening. But they still loved each other.
Now, did the women only want the guys who made a lot of money? Why would people choose each other back in your day?
Well, I mean, they choose. We used to choose somebody trying to do something. You trying to do, we would take them in and help them. When I come to Atlanta, man, when I went to California, it was the same way. and black people trying to go farm and have some, I went in and helped them and showed them. So back in the day, that's what we used to do. Help each other. You trying to buy these things, okay. We gonna help you, we gonna take care of it. Whatever need, that's what we gonna do.
Did black men talk down to the black women?
No.
Was it always respectful?
They all respect the woman.
Would a black man ever tell a woman?
Now they don't. But
Is it okay for a black man to talk down to a black woman? Even if he's trying to help her, give her advice. If she, like an example, could a black man tell a black woman she's gonna die alone? That's not right.
Other words, I love my mother and my dad. I look up to women today. I praise the female. I tell them all the time, y'all want to do it like a man, act like a man, do the same thing we do. I said, but y'all wasn't put here for that. What do you mean? I said, y'all put here to produce and give respect. Y'all don't give respect. That's what you need fellas today. They don't have no respect for no female anymore. They don't have no respect for them. Call them all bitches and all that. I said to myself, man, you had a mom, I had 9 sisters. And I was taught to respect. But I mean, this day and time, I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Now, what was should a black man be honest about his education or the things?
Education ain't got a thing to do with education. Ain't got a thing to do with principle and respect. That's not in no book. Just like you, I'm gonna give you respect. I'm gonna respect. If I don't give you no respect, how you gonna respect me? You ain't.
And your wife, she works. What kind of work? She's still working. Both of y'all still work.
No, see, that's another thing. Years ago, none of my wives worked. They stayed at home and kept the house, and we had children to see after the kids. I did all the work. See that everything went nice. I was taught that. That's when my dad moved.
Right.
Now,
you're in such good health.
Yeah.
What do you eat?
Same thing you eat. What do you eat?
Probably not the same thing you eat.
What you eat?
Shoot, I don't eat as good as I should.
What do you eat?
A little bit of everything.
I do too.
Do you eat pork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Do you drink like tap water or bottled water? Or do you drink tap water?
Any kind of water God made, I drink it. We drink water out the creek.
Okay, so you just, how you maintain your physique? You got overweight or nothing?
No, I mean, I work it, I will burn it up.
Do you take any medicines?
I take hypertension and a blood pressure.
Okay, this is my friend Al. Al is a retired policeman from a detective from New York. Al builds houses, and he is very supportive of Black Lives Matter, and has 2 beautiful daughters. Al, can you tell us about the stuff that you eat and what you think about black women and relationships?
I'm like this gentleman. I eat everything.
Okay.
And my mother, when we were little, used to give us raw carrots to eat.
Talk louder, Al.
Right, we get raw cabbage, raw okras.
Turn around.
No, talk louder.
Oh. She used to give us raw carrots to eat, raw celery to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to get back into that.
So you ate raw vegetables too?
Yeah.
Straight out the garden?
Yeah, we raised.
I told you better than me. I never had a garden. Well, 1 year I had.
Because you didn't want to. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you right now. We can't get food to eat. Y'all would perish to death. Because you don't know how to raise nothing.
Now, do you think men can survive without women?
No. A female will put you for a lady put you. That's why even now I'm in the garden. She was here, for a partner. Before she come, he put it. He had her all by herself. He lay down with sleep and woke up. He took a rib. That's why a man is short, one short rib than a woman.
What do you think, Al, your day? Was dating easier or was it more respectful? What do you think about dating?
More respectful.
More respectable.
Yeah.
Way more respectable.
Yeah, everything was a little
Everybody was different.
Yeah.
What you told me 3 years ago was we had more love. And I want to tell you, I learned so much from that video because I came to you with a problem. And I came over here, he worked at this apartment. I came here to find you because everybody come with the problem, but you came with the solution. And I said, man, you're the oldest black man I've ever met.
You know, tell you that.
So you hear that a lot?
I don't feel that though. I feel like I did when I was in my 50s.
Right.
I feel just as good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You feel like you feel, and Al is a good friend of mine, and a lot of my friends are 80 years old and up, and then I work with children, the little boys in the community, and I try to bridge the gap because I'm in the middle, and I find I'm confused because the kids know what's going on, and you know what's going on, but it seems like everybody like 20 to 50. We confused.
They confused.
And so this video, I'm gonna put this on my platform online, and I wish I'd have had more questions from them, but you've already answered a lot of my questions. But can you talk more about what love is?
Well, it's respect. That's what love is, respect. Back in my day and this day, we didn't have homeless people. If you was out here, didn't have nobody to say, come on, you can stay with us till you get on your feet. Take them in, feed them. But he didn't lay around and do nothing now. If I had a job, he'd come on, he went on with me and help me, right? Now, man, I be over here working. Come on, man, help me do something. Man, that's slave work. And they tell me, anybody tell me, man, I never take what y'all took. I said, I ain't took what you mean. I ain't took nothing. I'll kill somebody, they kill me. So life don't mean nothing to you young people. Right today, if you go there trying to, man, don't do this or don't do that, what the hell you talking about? Nigga, I'll kill you, and we'll kill you. For no respect.
And it won't respect the elder, even if you older, won't respect you.
You trying to help him show him, man, don't do that. Man, what you talking about? Don't do so. This is me.
I want this rope. It's hot.
Okay.
What about
No, you have to start the car.
Is there any other advice like for younger people? What would you want them to know?
I want them to learn respect all females. You get them respect so that they can respect you. That's the big advice. Right, I was working with girls upstairs. Women, young girls, man, they'll tell you in a minute, I don't need no dick. Man, I got a friend, she's a lady, she satisfies me all I want to be satisfied. So what you expect, what can you do? Now what can you do? You're trying to give respect and trying to show them, then they're going to down you. How can you come along and get that away from them? That's because all our young fellas call them bitches and all. A young girl, she's a, look at that bitch, and an old woman, look at that old bitch.
Now, as far as looks, did you judge your woman off of looks, or did you judge them off intelligence more?
Intelligent, and and how they carry themselves.
So you wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna date you because you're a 1 or 10 or 3 or 4." The numbers.
I'm gonna date you. What you want to be in life? What you trying to do in life? Well, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I ain't got no help. I said, okay, if that you want to do, I'm going to see that you want to do it. See, I got granddaughters and great-granddaughters, all of them finished college, try to get a job, daddy go back and get another degree.
When's your birthday, Miss Durham?
July.
It's coming up. Mm-hmm. July what?
The 10th.
July 10th, almost the 4th of July.
Day, 27.
10/10/27. Here's your early birthday present. I owe you. Because this knowledge ain't free. You already got, you don't get no money. Mr. Durham is 10 years older than you.
So what?
You're young. You're a young man.
So what?
Can we get some wisdom? If you drop some gems on us, I'm going to take you to lunch. Drop some gems. Tell us about Black Lives Matter and just what you think about life.
Me or him?
You got a lot to say, bro.
I think Black lives do matter.
Right.
And after 401 years, this movement is overdue.
Overdue.
And what I'm encouraged is that a lot of young white individuals are getting on board with the realization that this is going too far. We're still considered second-class citizens and disrespected, and it's evidence in the number of people, number of black men especially, that are arrested, that are murdered, and it's got to stop.
And being an ex-police officer, do you have any regrets over your career? You were in the 80s. I saw pictures of you. You had a police car where you put the light on the top. You stick your head out the window with the magnet. They didn't have radio. They didn't have radios when you started being a police officer, right?
No.
They didn't have radio. That's how long ago he was a police officer.
He had call boxes.
You know, he was stabbed before by Coney Island. He was stabbed before. He was a police officer in the crack epidemic. How do you feel about that?
I feel that this epidemic of drugs has been forced upon our communities. My parents came to this country from Trinidad in the 1920s, and I'll never forget, my mother said Harlem was beautiful in those days. And in the 40s and 50s and 60s, especially in the early 40s, when drugs were introduced and encouraged in our communities, is when things went down.
And there wasn't no drugs.
You said you never did drugs?
I never wasn't none.
There was no drugs?
Not in this country. After that Vietnam War, man, I never will forget. Them guys, when they got out, they come over here and bought weed and all that. See, over there, them guys sit on the porch and smoke marijuana like you smoke tobacco. And they would give you, like people buy marijuana cigarette, they'd buy American cigarette. What we pay for a reefer cigarette, because it wasn't none. Everything was rare. I mean, I look back now, I said to myself, our young folks don't know how far we came. And another thing, the white folks said, see, let me ask you another question, I'll ask you a question. Okay. Was any cars made from 41 to 46?
No.
Say it again?
Was any cars made from 41 to 46?
I don't know the answer to that.
No.
The war.
They didn't make no cars for the public.
All for the. And you know what I heard? People said that women can't do men's jobs, but the women were in a lot of the factories making a lot of the machines and the planes.
That's because our men, young fellas, they don't, man, you know what they tell me? Man, my granddad and my great-granddad and my uncles, man, they work that shit. I ain't gonna never do that. And they not gonna, I don't care how many jobs to bring back here.
Can I ask you, is a man more better, is a man better, smarter, more powerful than a woman? Or are we equal, or is there another answer?
Intelligence-wise?
Every-wise, like is a man, some people believe that without men, they couldn't survive. Like, are we equal, like, or are we separate, or? Okay,
the history of God's creation. A woman is put you for, they put you for to be a
partner,
respectable and a partner for us. Can two men have a baby?
No.
Can two women have a baby?
No.
Well, that's the difference in a man. That's what God's creation.
Okay.
He put a man, you know. A woman's blood is not on a child's blood when she's carrying it. I had a son. His blood got mixed with hers. We had daddy drain all that blood out of him because her blood mixed with his.
Right. It's the man and the woman's blood mixed. Mm-hmm. It's the man's blood?
It's with the man's blood.
You know what? That's called chimerism.
And my son,
he changes the DNA of the mother.
But his never had a leak in it and it went into him. They drain all that blood, take him to graders, put that needle on the side of his neck, blood going in and blood coming out. Draw all that blood out of him. Stuff that I experienced and seen and went through. Man, then I see people today. I be thinking, well, they know something about it, but they don't because they ain't experienced it. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So, a woman can't do without a man, and a man can't do without a woman if we respect each other.
And it seems now people are having a hard time because of the women. What do you think about these long eyelashes?
Well, they're not.
Did they have really long eyelashes in the 40s, 50s, 60s?
pleased with how God made them. God created you the way He wanted you to be. You put all that false stuff on. You were going beyond His creation, how He wants you to be.
Were the women more natural back in the day, or did they try to look like white women?
Yeah, they were natural. They take a silk. See, we had silk stockings. Take a silk stocking and comb it out and wrap that silk, wrap their hair, with stocking. And mom and grandmom and all of them.
Okay, I'm here with Lisco Durham and Albert Cashy. Albert Cashy, you're 82. And Lisco, how are you?
92.
Okay, guys and girls, Airyoda says he interviewed these two men. The 92 and 82-year-old black men explained their relationships with the black woman in life with Airyoda Part 1. So more than likely, there will be a Part 2. And then someone says, wow, black don't crack. Okay, guys and girls, give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Put some comments below. These are old school people. You know, I'm from the old school too. I'm like 60 plus. I know I don't look it. Just like they say, black don't crack. Anywho, you guys put your comments below. Click that like, click that share, click that notification bell, and come back for more videos, because I promise you, I will not only bring you the tea, I will bring you the coffee too. Love you. Bye.